Hi everyone, so I hope you're all doing well. So today I have decided to put some waves into my hair. I've used the Mark Hill Mermaid Waver to get this effect, and then I've just put sort of half up, and I've put like a, I don't know what you call them, but it's like a scrunchie and then it's got like some bits of silk that come down. So yeah, at the moment with no makeup on I feel like I look like an absolute 5-year-old, but hopefully when I get some makeup on I'll look a bit older. If not, I'll take it down and try and put it in kind of like a different style. So today I thought I would go for a really simple look. It's a look that I've been going to a lot recently. I've done this quite a few times. I find like when I find something that I like, I tend to do it quite a lot until I get bored of it, and then I'll move on to something else. So I'm just going to be doing a really simple look, kind of getting some really glowy skin, simple eyeliner and just a nude lip. So yeah, let's get into the video. So I've already gone ahead and prepped my skin. I've used the Rose Glow toner from Lacura, and I've also used my Day One moisturiser from Beauty Bay. So the first product I'm going to go in with is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. Forgot what it was called then, because I do have oily skin, so this is just going to put those oils at bay. But then we're going to go in with a second primer, which is going to make the skin a bit more glowy. So I'm actually currently filming this on, it's Thursday today, so I've got Thursday and Friday off work. In fact, I've got every Thursday and Friday off work in March, which is really good. Had to use my holiday up, so I thought I'll just book every Thursday and Friday off, and then I can get some good filming time whilst my partner's at work. Sometimes I feel like I rush through my videos a little bit, so now I've got all the time in the world to film this video, so I can just really relax into it. But that's probably not a good thing for you guys, because it means the videos are probably going to be like 10 times longer than what they normally are. But if I am like just completely rambling, I will try and edit that out. So to add some glow to my skin, I'm going to go in with the I Heart Revolution. This is the Banana Split Radiance Primer, and it's got vitamin C and E. And this does actually smell like bananas, and it is really, really glowy. Oh, probably took a bit too much there, but that's fine. And then I'm just going to use this brush, which is just a brush from Shein. I think that's how you say it anyway. So it hasn't got like a name to it or anything. It's kind of just like a cheap brush, but they are just really good brushes for applying, you know, like primers and things like that. I wouldn't necessarily say they're good for like blending out foundations or concealers. They probably will leave streaks, but just for simple things like this, they're really good and handy. So if you don't like overpowering smells in products, then you probably won't like this, because the smell of banana is quite intense. But obviously once you've applied it and you start applying your other products, you can't smell it. Like, it's not something you can smell throughout the day. Okay, so that is the primer applied. So as you can see, it does just leave your skin looking really glowy. But now we're going to go in with some foundation, which obviously is going to take some of that away. But I'm going to try and choose not as full coverage foundation today, so it doesn't completely take that shine away from the skin. So I think I'm going to go in with my Ordinary foundation. Now it does say that it is high coverage, but it doesn't say full coverage. So, and I have used this a couple times before, and I feel like it will give me enough coverage but also allow that primer to shine through. So I have mine in the shade 1.2N, and I find this is just ever so slightly dark, so it probably suits me a little bit better in the summer. But I mean, we can go in with a lighter concealer. Okay, maybe this is like full coverage. I have put quite a lot on though, so I need to blend this out. Okay, now for some reason that brush has left quite a few streaks, so I'm actually just going to go in with one of my beauty blenders and just blend that foundation out further. I've never had a problem with that brush before, so maybe it's the foundation because I haven't used this foundation in a while. Okay, so now it's time to go in with some concealer, and I recently got a new concealer. I have had this one before, but the shade that I've got is way too dark for me. So I've got the Conceal and Hydrate concealer, and this is in C1. I had it in C6 as like my summer colour when I was tanning, and obviously at the moment it's just way too dark for me. But I really liked the concealer, so I thought, well, I'll get it in a shade that's going to match me now. So I'm just going to put a bit around my eyes to get rid of any dark circles, and then just over any blemishes. My skin has been, I've got an eyelash. There we go. My skin has been really bad recently. I've been breaking out quite badly, and I've only recently been able to sort of control that. I used to use some products from Yes2, and I found they really cleared my skin, and I didn't think I had any of those products because I haven't had to use them in a while because my skin's been okay. And then I went through the drawers in my bathroom and found that actually I did have some of their products left. So I've started using them again, and it has just cleared my skin back up again, which is so good. I've just got this one here, which came up this morning. But apart from that, my skin hasn't been too bad. I think I'm going to repurchase the acid peel from Revolution as well for oily skin. I found that when I was using that, that was really helping. So today I'm gonna try and use quite a lot of cream products and not a lot of powder, simply because I want to look really dewy and glowy, as I said earlier, and I feel using cream products you can achieve that look a lot easier. So I'm going to be going in with obviously my Chanel bronzer, which is a cream. I think I've got some cream blushes, so I'm going to use some of those today, and I'm not sure if I've got any cream highlighters or like liquid highlighters, so I'm going to try and have a look and see if I can find any. Okay, so that is my base. It's not looking too bad. I definitely think that Beauty Blender saved the day. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to go in with my Chanel bronzer, and as I mentioned in a previous video, this only comes in one shade. It is a really good product, but obviously not everybody is going to be able to use it. But yeah, I'm just going in with my Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to pop this underneath my cheekbones. I'll go along my hairline, and I'll also just pop a little bit on the sides of my nose. So I tend to sort of put this on quite thick, and then I'll go in with the Beauty Blender and blend it out. So that's what it looks like all blended out. I'm just going to change the colour of my light because I feel like it's way too bright and it keeps like messing with my camera. Yeah, I feel like that might be better. Okay, so in terms of blush, I've got two cream blushes, but one of them is really intense, which is the MUA Blush Liquid Cream Blusher. This is in Watermelon. That's really pigmented, and it's quite hard to blend out. So I think I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crop. It's like a balm blusher. It's in Mauve Wave. So it looks like this. And I'm literally just going to pick this up on my Beauty Blender. And then I'm just going to put this on the apples of my cheeks. Just sort of blend it up. So it's really subtle. but it just gives a pop of colour. So I just had a little rummage around and I can't see that I've got any cream or like liquid highlighters, so I'll just have to put on a powder highlighter. So I'm just gonna get my powder out now and then we'll powder down the face. So I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to put this sort of where I feel I need it. So I'm going to go underneath the eyes just to set those down. But I'm using a lot less powder on my brush than what I normally would. So normally I would sort of really cake it on, but I'm only taking a small amount today. And then I'm just gonna take it on my T-zone, so my chin, my nose and my forehead, just to powder those down. And then what I'll do is I'm just going to grab a big fluffy brush and just lightly powder the rest of my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. So as you probably all know by now, I'm going to be going in with my Wonder Whip pencil. So I'm just going to take a spoolie and sort of brush my brows through. Just like so, and then I'm going to take my Wonder Whip pencil and I'm just going to do some light strokes just to add some colour to my eyebrows. I was able to book an eyebrow appointment the other day for when places are supposed to be opening, and oh, it just made me so happy because I'm sick of my brows at the moment. They need doing desperately. Okay, so as you can see, that's just added a little bit of colour, and then of course we're going to go in with the Pink Honey honey glue. So I'm just going to grab one of the honey dippers, which is just a spoolie, and then I'm just going to wriggle that around in there and then just brush that product through my brows. These two products work so well together because if there are any like chunky bits, like when you run this through, it just evens out that colour, whilst obviously like setting your brows down, which is really good. It's really good for like the front of the brows. Obviously you can like shear that colour out, so then you get that kind of ombre effect. I hate it when you have like a big block of colour at the front. I think it just looks too harsh. Like some people can do it really well, but just on me I think it looks too much. So that's the eyebrows done. So now I'm just going to finish the rest of the face. So I've obviously got quite a lot of cream products on that have already added quite a lot of dimension. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of bronzer and then obviously some highlight. So I'm going to go in with the hashtag Give Them Lala Beauty Ibiza bronzer, and this is really nice because it's got sort of flecks of shimmer going through it, so that's going to also make my skin look really glowy. So I'm just going to take this on my big bronzer brush and just lightly dust this on my face. I don't want too much because I feel like that Chanel bronzer has added enough colour. So because I'm wanting the skin to look really glowy, I'm going to go in with a quite intense highlighter, and I find the best one for that is actually the Primark highlighter. So this is the Glow Getter palette, which looks like this, and I'm going to be going in with this golden one here, which is called Miami Vibes, and I'm going to get quite a bit of this, tap off the excess, and then just start working this above my cheekbone. I'm just going to take it slightly up here above the brow, just really working it into this area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that lighter shade, which is Ibiza Nights, and I'm just going to put that above. I hate when my camera does that. Like, is there any way to stop that? Like, when it goes brighter, like, I don't get why it does that. Can I turn that off? Please let me know in the comments, because it's rather annoying. Then I'm going to take it on the tip of my nose, on the bridge of my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. So that is really nice as it is, but like I said, I'm just going to go in with a bit of that lighter colour and just place a little bit of this like right on the high points where I want it to really pop. So just a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit on the end of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. Look at that glow. I'm literally waiting for the Ofra and Steph Tom's highlighter to come back in stock though. Like, I've seen people using it and I just need it in my life, and I keep messaging to see when it's coming back on Beauty Bay, and they just keep telling me soon. And I'm like, well, that's not a good answer. Like, I need to know a date because I need to go on there and order it before it goes out of stock again. So to set down my base and also add more glow, I'm going to go in with the Iconic Prep Set and Glow, which looks like that. That stuff smells so good. And then I'm just going to wait for that to dry down and we will move on to the eyes. Okay, so like I said in my intro, I'm going for a really simple eye look today. So firstly, I'm going to start by using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion Primer Potion. This is in the shade Eden. Because I'm not going for a dramatic look, I think the P. Louise base will just be too much. So I'm just going to wipe this on my eyelids. And then I'm going to go in with my chunky brush and just blend that out. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the LA Splash eyeshadow palette. It doesn't really have a name, but that's what it looks like inside. So I'm first of all just going to take this white shade here. I think it does have a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm just going to go in with the Spectrum B07 brush. So I've named that because obviously it's not a Morphe brush, and I actually got this in a glossy box. So I'm just going to pack the colour on like the sort of inner part of my eye, just to really brighten that area. So then once I've packed that colour on the inner sort of third of my eye, I'm then going to go in with this shade here. And this is called Aragonite, I think. They've all got really weird names. So that first shade I used was Selenite, I think, and then I'm going to go in with Aragonite. And I'm literally just going to like pack this onto the eye. And it'll look crazy to start off with, and then once it's all blended it just looks so nice. So yeah, I've packed that on like so, and then what I'm going to do is grab a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that shade out as much as possible. So what that's going to do is it's going to add you know, a little bit of colour and also add some dimension to the eye, just so it's not too simple. But I wanted to use that palette because I kind of saw it sat there and I thought it's a really nice palette, it's got some really nice shades in. I just don't reach for it, and this is how this really simple look came about that I've just been loving. So that's what it looks like when it's completely blended out. And then what I'm going to do is going back in with that brush again. I'm then just going to pick up that light shade again and just add that back, because I feel like we've kind of lost it where we've blended out that darker shade. Just like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a wing. So the liner I'm going to use is the Soda eyeliner, and this is the Make It Pop eye marker. I got this off of Beauty Bay, and I believe it was about £5, like it was quite cheap, and I saw that they were a new brand, so I thought, well, I'll try it out because my Huda one's kind of a little bit dried up now, so I needed a new one, and I prefer the like pen. So yeah, I'm just gonna run this along my eyelid, and then I'm just gonna do a small flick. I'm gonna do that off camera because I need to like really look into my mirror, and it's just gonna look awkward doing it on camera. So that's what the wing looks like. That's actually quite a bit thicker than what I would normally go for, but I think that actually looks really nice. My only trouble is now going to be trying to get that the same on the other side. But yeah, moving on to lashes. I'm not going to put any falsies on today because, like I said, it's just a really simple look. So I'm going to go in with my eyelash curlers, and I'm just going to really curl my lashes so we can try and get them as long as possible, because obviously not wearing falsies, I want my own to be quite dramatic. I really want to get my hands on the Maybelline, I think it's called like the Sky High mascara. It just looks amazing from what I've seen in videos. But today I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Sensational mascara. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little pencil brush, and I'm going to grab that highlighter palette again, and I'm going to grab the lightest shade, and I'm just going to pop this on my inner corner. Like so. And I'm actually just going to go over the top of that with a little bit of the darker one, just because I feel like that's quite bright, like so. And I'm not going to do anything to the bottoms. I'm not going to add liner or mascara or anything, so it just leaves it looking really simple. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to do the other eye and also just do a couple more coats of that mascara, and then I will come back to finish off the look. So that's what the eyes look like. They are definitely not even. I had to clean this one up a little bit because I kind of messed up. But yeah, that's just my really simple winged eyeliner look that I've been going for at the moment. I've really been liking it. So now I'm going to move on to my lips, and like I said, I'm just going to go for a real nude lip. So you probably know by now that I'm going to go in with the Morphe lip liner in Frenchie. I managed to find a sharpener, so I've sharpened it, but it's gone kind of like a weird shape. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, we're going to go in fact I think it's broken. No, it's not. So that's what the lip liner looks like. You probably all know that by now. And then of course to go with that, I'm going to go in with my Morphe lipstick in the shade Wifey. So this is the finished look. I feel like now I've got a bit of makeup on. I actually quite like this hairband. I don't quite look like a 5-year-old anymore, so I think I am gonna keep it like that. But yeah, this is just a really simple winged eyeliner look that I've been going for recently. Really simple, quick and easy to do. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video.